Hey, it's Coach with Tactical Hyve out here on the range, and I want to talk today about ways to control recoil when you're doing rapid fire. So here's 5 points of performance to help you mitigate recoil. So the first thing we're going to start with is stance. You want a wide enough stance so that your shoulders could drop on the inside of your feet, and then you want to have a slight stagger to them. So that gives me side to side control and front to back control. A little bit there. The next thing is making sure that my shoulders are in front of my hips. I'm slightly bent at the waist. Guys like to equalize and they'll stand back here like this because it's more comfortable. When you first start doing this, understand that if it's comfortable, you're probably doing it wrong. Okay, so this is gonna feel a little weird, but I'm leaning forward. I'm not arching my back. I'm just kind of getting my abs engaged just a little bit. All right, and there's where my stance rolls in. Okay, so once I got that good stance, now I turn this into this. Okay, so you notice a lot more stable that way. Okay, so starting with the stance. So the next thing we talk about is the grip. Now, again, this is a California featureless build, but I can still do this. You're gonna be pulling slightly backwards with these fingers, okay? That's gonna snug this into your shoulder. This hand is pretty much just holding the gun up, and I'll talk about some counter torque here in a minute. Okay, so you're gonna hold this into your shoulder and drop your head in there. Find that sweet spot, okay? So that grip, I'm pulling straight back into my shoulder. Okay, so that's the grip pulling back in here, right? And then the next thing is the shoulder. If I let my shoulder ride like this, or it's not pushing back a little bit and giving some resistance, then what's gonna happen is when I shoot, and back here like this, every time I shoot, the gun's gonna come off my cheek. So if I push in a little bit, now I'm controlling that recoil. Right? Okay, so that's the shoulder. The next thing is a little bit of counter torque. And what do we mean by counter torque? Well, if you have a vertical foregrip or even an angled foregrip, you're either going to be pulling slightly apart or pressing together, because that's going to help stabilize the gun in that plane, right? So I get it up here like this. Now for me, I like to I'm not chicken wing, that's wrong. Okay, I'm just adding that counter torque, dragging this back, and then I can. Okay, so the counter torque, the grip, see how all this works together. And then finally is going to be where you put this weapon on your shoulder. Okay, if I need to be moving around, if you move, you want to keep your head up. So you want to bring your sights up to your eyes, and you'll have it mounted a little higher. Now this is not going to be as good for controlling recoil, but it's better for situational awareness and if you're moving. But if I'm stationary, I can bring this down a little bit and lock in. Okay, and if I'm down here like this, I can control those pairs real easy. If I'm up here like this, still works, but it's not quite as stable. It's hard for you to see on video, but it's not quite as stable. Will it work in a close-in situation? Hell yes. When you get outside, maybe the shots are a little bit longer, you might want to hunker down a little bit, especially if you're going to be shooting rapid fire. Okay, so give these techniques a try. Hope they help you out. If they do, like, subscribe, even give me a comment.